Okay, in this example, I'm going to show you how to um, get an app that's been rejected from Apple. I'm going to show you a scenario it's called metadata rejected, which means that the app does not have to be resubmitted. There's just some content that they have questions about or some things that they need you to change, and inside the developer account, or answer some questions inside the Apple developer account. And then you would just resubmit that you've answered those questions or submitted that data. So the first one I'm going to show you, I've already done, but I'm going to actually show you how to do it. I'm going to log into this developer account here. And once logged in, you're going to click on Manage Your Apps. And you're going to click on the app. It will have a red dot. You'll see one in just a second. And in an example that I'm going to show you. And you're going to click on up here. It will say Resolution Center. I have to show you in a different detail, actually. Okay. But it will be up at the top for you to click on Resolution Center. But here, you'll see that they asked the question, we've begun to review your app, but aren't able to continue because we need an additional information about your app. Pretty much, they wanted us at our earliest convenience to provide these answers to these questions. Who is your target audience? Is there a subscription associated with the app? If so, what does the subscription provide? And then it says, while your iTunes Connect application state is displayed as metadata rejected, it is not necessary to upload a new binary. That means we don't have to upload a new app development process right now. And it says, once you reply to this message in the Resolution Center, we can proceed with your review. And so we answered the question here. It says the target audience is specifically entrepreneurs seeking opportunity to grow their business and portfolios. Number 2, there's no subscription associated with the app for this app. And number 3 is, of course, NA. Once I answered that, it was a space here for me to type this information in. I hit submit or reply, and then I went back to version details here and go back to app summary. And I was able to click in here and view details. And when I clicked on view details, it had a button up here that said submit new metadata, submit new metadata, and I submitted it, and then it started the process, and then it changed this here area to review. So I'm going to show you a new, actual live one that's in current metadata rejected status. I'm going to log into this developer account here. And so I'm going to click on Manage Apps. And shall be canceled. You'll see the red dot there, and you'll see how this has the Resolution Center. For more details for this particular app, I click on Resolution Center, and here it's telling me the developers. Oh, back to the other one real quick. So what I did was I emailed the client, and when I emailed the client, I asked them for this information, and they sent this back over to target marketers, network marketers, or internet marketers. And there are no subscriptions. So I know that Apple doesn't approve marketing type apps, so I left the words marketer out of the description. So if you have a question about that when you're replying to Apple, before you reply to them, ask us those questions and we can get you the answer, so that you can, reply appropriately. This is some information that I kind of got from the company's terms and conditions, the V3 company, but knowing what Apple looks for, I reworded it and said what I said as far as their target market is entrepreneurs looking to grow opportunities in business portfolio, etc. But of course, we'll see what they say. So now let's go to the email that came from Apple. So it let us know that the app needed some attention. When you see this information, the app is in review, but we are unable to post this version, that means that you need to look at it because it's pretty much just been rejected. But you won't know that it's metadata rejected until you get inside of the Apple developer account and click on the specific app. So back to the metadata rejected here. It says developers are responsible for assigning appropriate ratings to their apps. Inappropriate ratings may be changed, deleted by Apple. So inappropriate ratings means that, just so we'll read through this, we found that the rating you selected is not consistent with the content of your app as required by the App Store review guidelines. Since your app includes content or features that pertain to smoking and or smoking paraphernalia, ratings must reflect a frequent intense setting of alcohol, tobacco, or drug use or preference in iTunes Connect. You can revise your ratings in iTunes Connect. Click on manage your applications, view the details of the appropriate app, then edit the version information to access the ratings tab and select the settings if your in iTunes application stated is rejected. Oh, it says if your iTunes status connection application state is rejected, a new binary will be required. Make the desired metadata changes when you upload the new binary. So here's the thing. Ours is metadata rejected. Once again, we do not have to upload a whole new app. That's a good thing. So if your iTunes Connect application state is metadata rejected, we do not require a new binary. That's a good thing. So when we see metadata rejected, all we have to do is go in here on the back end and make these small changes. So click in the metadata section, revise the desired metadata values, click save button on the screen. Once you save, you will see the submit new data metadata. So let's go through it here and make these changes. So I may have to come back here to read this, but here we go. So you revise details appropriate. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna click on view details. So just to show you, we're going to come all the way back out and come back in so that you can see where I came from, where I'm coming from. Let's pause this while I do it. So once I've logged back into the account, I'm actually going to click on manage your apps, and once I click on manage your app, I click on the app, and I'm going to click on view details. And when I click on view details, what I want to click on is the actual tab that I'm going to click on the tab that says edit over version information. And when I click on edit, it's going to bring me inside here. The only thing that I want to change is the information that they just told me to, which pretty much says that I have alcohol, tobacco, and drug related information in here. And notice it's going to change my rating to a 17. Which means that not a lot of kids are going to be able to download this app if they're under the age of 18. So I'm going to click on that save button. And once I've saved the change, my rating has been changed. I'm going to submit the new metadata. Okay. Just to show you that I've met the qualifications, I clicked on the resolution center again, and I am frequent intent setting for alcohol, tobacco, or drug use and reference in iTunes, and you'll see that again. Version information, click edit, and you'll see that information that I've alcohol, tobacco, drug related references, and I'm frequent intents here. I clicked it and I saved it. Okay, and you'll see that my rating is still here, and now I'm just going to submit new metadata rejection, and once I do that, I'm in waiting for review status. So I changed from that red rejected to waiting for review, and it'll upload into review shortly within a few hours or tomorrow. Alright, and that's the end of this video of how to correct metadata rejected error in Apple in iTunes Market. So thank you, and we'll talk to you soon.